Good morning, good morning, good morning. People are joining us today. Hello, the topic today is gratitude through adversity. This is Kinyofu. Your girl is back. Hello. Hey, Adam.
Good morning, Kinyofu. How you doing this morning?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Every day is a good day. As you can see, I'm in the gym this morning, getting it in.
That's right.
Blessings, Kinyofu.
Hey, Teresa. All right. So, gratitude through adversity. So, you'll need today to bring, I don't know if you want to bring pen and paper, you might want to take notes, I don't know, but definitely bring yourself and bring your gratitude. Think about all the things that you're grateful for, and bring a smile, because smiles help you to be in that grateful space. I see John Carl's that big smile. Yes.
Peace and blessings, Kinyofu.
Hey, Abimbola. Peace and blessings. Thank you for joining me today. So, yeah, we're gonna look at gratitude and look at how you can have gratitude through adversity, and let's just get. I really think that this will be good for you all, us all, me, to remember something so simple as gratitude, to really pull it in our life and make it a part of our experience. We are breathing. Thank you for the breath. Thank you. I don't take those things for granted. I get that I'm here, and I just want us all to get that too. I'm here, we're here together, we're here for a reason. And that's a really special thing. That in and of itself is a blessing. So put your smiles on and let's be grateful together.
Good morning, Kinyofu.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
All right, welcome again. So I know you all know what gratitude is. Let's hear some words. Let's type in the chat if you can, just some words that you can use for gratitude. Let's see what comes up. And some of you might have been raised with the concept or the command to be grateful. I'm seeing a couple of things in the chat: appreciation, Thanksgiving. Yes, so be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Is a command maybe some of our parents gave us. And Thanksgiving, we celebrate Thanksgiving in November. And there's a controversy around that. Like, why do we take one day a year to focus on being grateful? And are we really focusing on being grateful, or are we focusing on that big turkey that's in the middle of the table? Acceptance, okay, that's right. Looking at what there is, accepting it, and it's a little deeper than acceptance. It's appreciation and grateful, yes. Thank you, Abimbola, and thoughtful comes from Teresa Scott. Thank you, thank you. Oh, there's more. Gracious, I love that word. Gracious, yes. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, so gratitude is an acknowledgement of our blessings. And there's blessings everywhere, everywhere. And it's easy for us to see the blessings when things are going well, right? And, you know, we're in a groove, we can feel the blessings. So it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, like whatever good is for you, then you can actually say, wow, this is a blessing. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful for, you know, my bank account, you know, the numbers in my bank account. I'm grateful for my friends because things are working the way that you want them to go. Have you ever thought about being grateful when things are not working the way that you want them to go? Your bank account is zero, you're mad at your friends, the job is not, you know, your boss is a butthole. Your employees are not, like, they're stealing from you, whatever. So have you ever been in that space where you're like, this is terrible? I mean, we have, I shouldn't even ask you that. We have been in those spaces where this is terrible, this is a terrible day, I don't know why I got out of bed. In that case, gratitude is just we're not present to it as much as we are when the sun is shining and things are going well. So it's like out of sight, out of mind, because we don't see the thing that we want. We don't see the thing that's making us feel good. So we have a tendency to not be in that space of gratitude. I'm curious about where people are as far as that's concerned. Who finds that challenging?
Let's ask for someone to raise a hand. You can share in the chat, but we'd like someone to raise a hand and maybe come on and share verbally if you are in that place of having challenges with gratitude. We have a hand raised. Catherine, come off mute and join us, please.
Grand Rising. I don't have a challenge with gratitude. However, presently I'm in the hospital because I tested positive with COVID in New York, and I didn't have a place for refuge. So I had a friend drop me off at the hospital. So when I felt like I was in a very humbling space, laying on a very, very hard bed in the emergency room, racked with pain in my body. I was compelled to call on the ancestors because I felt that was where my strength and refuge was going to come from. So I kept reciting that I'm trusting their strength. I'm seeking their strength. I'm trusting their strength. I'm holding on to their strength. I'm believing that they are with me at this time where it would appear that I was alone without New York medical coverage. So I've learned through my journey that gratitude brings about a nourishing attitude. So I make a conscious effort to be grateful every day I wake up. However, when I found myself in that place I've been here 2 days now. I think I came on Friday. Friday, it was like I had to reach for, I have a toolbox and I had to reach deep in the toolbox to get what I don't see. Yeah. So gratitude is a part of who and what I am. Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine Sweetness. What are you grateful for Oh, you see, you mentioned about ancestors. What else? Can you name one other thing that you're grateful for?
I'm so yeah, my son is here. He's in New York, and he made I needed coconut water. I was asking for coconut water, and he called my sister and instructed how to bring it to me. Because I texted her, she didn't respond. To he called her, and she was here in a matter of 2 hours. So, I'm grateful for his support. I'm grateful for the nurse that I had on yesterday. He was very patient with me, is listening to me. So no, I have a lot of things to be grateful. I'm so grateful that I had in my luggage things that I need. I had to bring my supplements that I use because I've traveled. So it was in my bag, and I have that with me. I'm grateful that I know the things that are helpful when your body is down like this. And I have it in my bag. I'm grateful that I have access to this cell phone so that I can be on this call to get additional information. I'm grateful for the information that I have. I just got finished texting my mentor. So grateful for, I didn't tell her because I don't want her to worry, but yeah, I have a lot of things to be grateful.
I have one question for you. One last question.
One last one? Okay.
Wait. Yes. How are you grateful for COVID or for getting COVID?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not there yet. I'm not grateful. No, that's a destination to reach? Cause no, I'm not great. I came here to visit with my new grandson, and so I'm not. The prayer to the ancestors took away the disappointment, from not being with him, because he lives New York and now I live Georgia. So no, I'm not angry, annoyed, or disappointed today because I'm not seeing him. No, but no, I don't have gratitude for the COVID. No, if that's someplace I need to get, I'm still on that journey.
All right, I want you to sit with that question and see if it changes before the end of the session today. All right, so let's John Carl, can you pull up the poem?
Yes, I will do that.
And I'm looking for two volunteers, two people to read the poem, parts of the poem. So who would like to share their voice as they read the screen to introduce the poem to your peoples? Not the poll, the poem.
Not the poll, and sorry.
The first line, yeah.
First slide, thank you. And the first slide. I didn't realize the first slide was a poem because I didn't actually read it when it came up earlier. So
okay.
I'm ready to share it.
So two volunteers. I'm going to call on somebody. Oh, who said that?
Teresa.
Who said that?
Teresa.
Teresa? Okay, Teresa and Abimbola. I see Abimbola's hand is raised. Okay, Teresa, you can go ahead first. The title, I'll read the title, and then you can read what's on the left side, Teresa, and then Abimbola, you can read what's on the right side. So the title is A Recipe for a Simple Gratitude. It's a short poem by Julie Boyer.
Ingredients for a grateful day. Wake up and give thanks. You've been given the gift of another day. Give thanks for the roof over your head. Many slept without cover. Give thanks for the food in your belly. Many bellies were empty. Give thanks for the money in your wallet. Many wallets are bare. Give thanks for the clothes on your back. Many have no change of clothes. Give thanks for the electricity that flows. Many do not have outlets.
Give thanks for the water to drink. Many walk for miles for portable water. Give thanks for the love that surrounds you. Many are alone and feel unloved. Give thanks for a heart that beats in your chest. Many hearts stop beating overnight. Give thanks for the opportunity to be of service. Many people are in need of your gifts. Carefully mix together all of these blessings and breathe in love, gratitude, and joy. Together, these gifts of gratitude will blend into your best day ever. Beautiful.
Thank you. John, you could release the slide. What are your impressions of the poem? Abimbola Orford, beautiful. I'm hearing somebody. Okay.
Good morning. I'll speak. It sounds like a prayer. It was beautiful. It sounds like a prayer. So
Mhm.
very nice. It's so true.
Yes. One of the things I remember as it was being read, I remembered my grandmother saying something to the effect about her being like, I have this breath. Be grateful for the breath that you have today, because you might not, there's so many people that haven't woken up, are not waking up today. She would say something like that. And that definitely stopped me from wherever I was and had me think about that, because, as a child, you don't think about the details, but I definitely was like, okay, well, I'm here and I'm here. I'm always going to be here. You're always going to be here. And in reality, that's not true. And many people have issues. So through those issues, like what, okay, before we even get to the issues, what are some of the things you might think about or that could be obstacles to being grateful? So we know grateful is a good thing, but what stands in the way from someone being grateful? And I see Teresa's hand is up. Teresa Scott.
What I've been dealing with is the death of my he's my nephew and my brother at the same time, and the dynamics of the relationships. You know how it has been like really challenging our relationships, but our family members has really been like, oof. So that has been, one of my challenges. Complete.
Okay. So it's an aspect of suffering, real life and grief.
Yeah, but also how the relationships have been affected, like the negativity of, the effect of what's happened.
Negativity. Yes, negativity in the experience is one of the things that I have noted as being an obstacle to being grateful.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Can anyone think about anything else?
I can share. I would say the thinking that I've been wronged
Mm-hmm.
and that I'm owed something. So if I'm owed something, I'm feeling a lack, and it's going to be much harder to give thanks for a perceived lack.
Yes, that's a sense of entitlement. You explained that perfectly. I deserve. Yeah. And something else. Sweetness?
Yes, I was shaking my head just about off when she was talking. And I think about that, those principles, don't take it personally. Because I shy away from gratitude when I think that I've been wrong, somebody wronged me, or I'm entitled to a certain type of treatment, so forth and so on. So keeping me from gratitude would, for me, I'm learning on the journey, is entertaining anger and disappointment, or even looking upon someone else as if I should have, and that I don't already have something that someone else has. That's what I noticed on the journey of this gratitude, and that no matter what it looks like to me through my eyes, my lens, I still can be grateful for what is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you said anger and disappointment. So if you're in that space of anger and you're talking to your sister friend, what might be that, what might that conversation look like? Like, what is happening in your, what is the thing you're doing when you're having the conversation with your sister friend when you are discussing being angry or disappointed in something or someone?
I'm not sure what the I'm not sure really how to answer that. What I want to share in this moment is that this morning they come and get you and they want things from you at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I was thinking about my tone, because while I'm responding to people here, I want to use the right tone because they're bringing me things to put in my veins and stuff like that. And so I want to use the right tone. And and you know what, I was realizing that my tone frightens people sometimes. And then I'm trying to figure out where's the tone coming from. I don't really have my voice right now because of the COVID. However, what came to me, beloved, is that some of my tone was coming from residue of anger from past issues that are not necessarily clearly resolved. So when I would just use the word more judgmental with the question that you asked me, how would it sound? I think that's what I'm understanding when you say, when I'm talking to a sister friend, what would it sound like? More of a judgmental piece, I think. I don't know.
No, you're getting there. So there's a word.
Oh, am I? Oh, that's good, because I used up most of my energy. So I'm glad I'm getting somewhere.
All right. Well, you open the door for somebody, right? So somebody is, if you're listening to Catherine, something happens and you're angry, you're disappointed, and you have this air of judgment, right? So you just, it's like you're talking about the thing, and there's a word for the way that you're talking about it. We hear children do it. We hear ourselves do it. And it might not actually hear yourself do it. So if anyone wants to take a stab at it, it's one of those, Gina, thank you. Complaining, whining. Right. So some people complain. That's just the way that they talk. They talk, they complain. They talk, they complain. And they might not be able to hear themselves complaining. Oh man, why is it raining today? I can't stand the rain. Or you're wearing that, or this doesn't fit anymore, and I just don't understand. Like, this is just it's disgusting the way that my body is morphed into something I don't understand. Or why, you get the drift, right? I'm making up off the top of my head, but yes, complaining, being negative, and having a sense of entitlement are three things that can get in the way of gratitude.
Kinyofu, before you move forward, do you mind if I read some of the stuff in the chat? There's some pretty great responses in the chat also.
Sure.
Okay. All right, let's start. We'll start with Chantel. Chantel said, oh wait, is that where I want to start? No, go up a little bit. Okay. She said, COVID made me still my behind down and be still. Made me, still my behind down. I think she meant sit, and be still. For that I'm grateful. I feel bad for it, but I am also grateful for the pandemic and the shift it brought into my life. Catherine replied that makes sense. It was high vibrational. And Chantel just saying that there is something you can be grateful for in that response to Catherine. Helen says, comforting and an eye opener. Chantel also said, focusing on the negative in our lives, which overshadows the good that is present in our lives. And maybe it's not until we show gratitude that God presents us with more. from Facebook, Jen said, overwhelming response to grief and shock and sorrow can be obstacles to gratitude. You mentioned this, Florence Lane also did, taking things for granted. Shawnee said, competition and comparison can stifle our expression of gratitude. Abimbola said, constantly telling the same negative story will keep you from being grateful. And Gina complaining and whining. Aaliyah said, miserable. Miserable sounding. Okay, yes. Chantel confirmed that it made her sit her butt down, her backside down. I think I'm paraphrasing, but yes, sit down. And Aaliyah said, in some cultures, it's just a miserable talk. And then Shawnee shared from Facebook, this was said by Miss Magic, I can admit to complaining, I catch myself after I reflect. And I'm complete with that.
Thank you. Chantel?
Good morning. In this conversation, I'm getting present to the fact that gratitude, at least for me and what I'm hearing now, it seems to come from a place of I have to say this, or I have to be grateful for this because someone else doesn't have it. Like, don't be ungrateful, right? We grow up hearing, don't be ungrateful. Someone doesn't have food on their table. Someone doesn't have X, Y, and Z. And I'm hearing this now, and I'm thinking, I should be grateful just to be grateful, not because someone else doesn't have it, and I have to be a good human and say, you know what, I do have food on my table. I do have food in my belly, and I had a warm place to sleep at night and a roof over my head because someone else didn't. I'm just grateful because I'm grateful because it's present in my life. So I want to remove that from my language when I'm telling God, I wake up in the morning, I said, thank you, God. I'm grateful for waking up because someone didn't. No, I'm just grateful that you woke me up. So I just want to remove that from my language and understanding of gratitude. And I'm getting present to that now in this conversation. So thank you. I'm complete.
Yeah, you're welcome. And
The
that's
poem,
the thing.
yeah, the poem made me think of that, where it's like, because someone doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a juxtaposition. So when we are,
Right.
sometimes we need to see the what's on the other side in order for us to see what's on our side. Like the poem became a mirror.
Right. Yeah,
and I think that is why we often get some of the comments we get from our parents, my grandmother saying, somebody didn't wake up this morning. It's just like, it's a wake-up call. Right. It was that for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you got that. And yeah. There's always something to be grateful for, no matter what the situation, always.
Right, always, exactly. And it just, even when you said that, it's like you woke up this morning, someone didn't, it's a justification, but it also kind of is low vibrational. It makes you feel bad. Like you have to be grateful because someone else didn't get this opportunity. Someone else didn't wake up this morning, whatever the case is. And so now I'm like, that's low vibrational for me. I don't want to operate, I'm doing this because someone else didn't get it. I want to build that intimacy and relationship with God out of my own pure intentions, not because I feel bad that someone else lacks what I have.
Right. And know that feeling bad is a choice. So right. it is what it is for them. Mm-hmm. It's what they, call to them based on their life. Like, we choose our life, we create our life. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole nother conversation. It's like, okay, so I'm living a life of suffering and right. I'm in a war zone, country. So did I call this to myself? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, on a spiritual level, you did. Mm-hmm. And on an unconscious level, yes. But right. there's still, so you could look at, even in that scenario, there's somebody else that's worse off. And you can acknowledge that and not feel bad about it. You
Right.
can and you right here, right now, could look at the people in the war-torn communities and acknowledge but not feel bad. Because what does feeling bad do for you? That's you taking that gratitude out of your gratitude, right? So I
Right.
hear what you're saying.
Mhm.
And even if you are looking at it from the perspective that the poem is coming from, you still can be in the high vibration,
Mhm.
just understanding that it's a mirror.
Right. Thank you for that. Yeah.
I wanted to jump in. Good morning, Shan, and
Mhm.
everyone else. I'm grateful that we have the capacity to see contrast. That's how I view it. Just echoing what Kinyofu said, that I have a profound relationship with the light because I can see the dark. And so, thinking about not from a space of woe is me or poor them, but thinking about the power of life that you still have because someone else doesn't have the opportunity to continue to generate, to continue to love on family. It's not necessarily a place to view something wrong or bad, but just like something powerful. It's like, I'm still here, so I get to choose to live again and again and again. It's a human dynamic. I don't think sheep or cats are thinking about comparison. This cat,
Right.
if a cat dies, they keep it moving. I think it's a blessing that we're able to notice nuance and then select or elect to celebrate and acknowledge that there's the nuance creates an opportunity for me to do a different thing, to celebrate, to be joyful, all of those things that are connected to gratitude. So I just wanted to add to that.
Thank you, Shani.
Thanks.
So question, I mentioned the negativity, entitlement, and complaining. So I want you to think about what are some of those things that people would say. Let's say, what would you say if you were a negative person, or you know negative people? What are some of the things they say? Just in general, right? So a negative person might say, it can't be done. I can't do it. You could drop it in the chat and see what you've got. I want us to get into that. Just pretend like I want you to put on the hat of negativity for a few minutes. Why me? Great. Thank you, Florence. Life sucks. Can't. Okay. Yes, I know, Jacqueline. I know. And we're just going to do this for a few minutes. So it's going to fuel an exercise that's going to come up. It's impossible. Okay. Life's a bitch, right? Okay, so life, this is not fair. Exactly. Not fair, yeah. So now let's put on a hat. Hold on to that negative hat, and let's put on another hat. Oh, what's wrong with me? That's a good one. Nothing good ever happens to me, right? Hey, sister. Now put on a hat of entitlement. If you are a person who walks around, I deserve this. What are some of the things that you would be saying?
Why is this happening to me?
Why is this happening to me? Why is it happening to me? Dangummit. You don't know who I am? This is not, I don't deserve this. Right? Rules, I don't have to follow rules. Move aside. I want some of that. Give me more. If I can't get it, I will get it. I'm such a good person. So what the WTF? I should be at the front. This is not fair. Yes. And the last one is complaining. Put on the hat of complaining. What are some of the things that you would say? And I know this is going to stop soon. This doesn't feel good, I'm sure. It doesn't feel good to me to make you say these things. Shawnee says, I'm so much better than them. So why do they get to have that and I don't? Yeah. That's a little bit of entitlement and complaining and negativity. What else y'all got? I don't have enough. When will this end? Okay, it's going really fast here. Okay, so Jem from Facebook says, this always happens to me. Oh, that's a good one. Helen says, I've been doing this a long time. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, you know, the violin is coming out. Jacqueline says, I'm tired of this. Chantel says, I'm tired. Joy, I deserve better than them. Shawnee, God has abandoned me. Wow, that hit me deep. Teresa says, I'm doing everything right. So Adam says, I'm about to explode. Okay, thank you for that. So now, when you, let's take a, we read the poem and the poem gave us a mirror of, oh, Shawnee says, oh no, Jem says, how dare you? That's a good one. So the poem gave us a mirror of what could be, or what it is for other people. And I wrote a summary of what those things are. So if you are in the space of negativity, of entitlement and complaining, and you're living a life where there's no roof over your head, you don't have the food that you need, or the money you need, or the clothes to put on yourself and your children's back, you don't have electricity, you don't have water, you don't have love or companionship, you don't have health. I put them all together, right? Just to create this big, intense scenario. If you don't have any of those things, and you are living in a pattern of an experience of being negative, being entitled, and being in a complaining state, how will life look for you? What's next for you? How can you be grateful? Can you be grateful?
Kinyofu, I like to.
Can I address that, please?
Oh, one moment. John Carl, what were you saying?
No, I wanted to bring something from the chat that gave an interesting observation of gratitude versus appreciation. Came from Quasi. Something that we can consider here. And Quasi said, I've heard someone distinguish appreciation as a different vibration than gratitude. And to appreciate raises value in a different way than feeling bad about being grateful. At some point, we can call on Quasi to pretty much share his perspective of that too. But I believe we have Abimbola that wanted to share, and I am bringing Quasi into the space. So you Kinyofu, can determine how you want us to move forward at this particular point.
Okay, sure. Let's hear from Abimbola.
All right, I always think about Dr. Betty Shabazz and a statement that she always says, find the good and celebrate it. And so what we have to do when we have life lessons, we have to try to find the good. We have to find the lessons. And once we do that, we have a different outlook. And that's where gratitude comes in, because then you can say, it could have been worse, or something else could have happened. So that's my motto, find the good and celebrate it. So when some challenge comes up, I look at the lesson that came out of that, and that helps me. I'm complete.
Thank you. Quasi?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, my comment was, I guess that was pretty much what I meant to say about appreciation and gratitude. I was just listening to someone talking about the difference before, and kind of how they were describing it, or what I got from it was when you appreciate something, I guess the literal definition to appreciate is to like raise the value of it. So, gratitude, as they were describing it, sometimes still has this air of we shouldn't have it, but we're glad we have it, or like someone else said earlier, from the space of like someone else's lack. You know, like I'm grateful to not have that lack, but it still like speaks to the lack in a way where appreciation speaks more to I guess there's this not entitlement, but you know, I'm glad that it happened. So there's just a sense of raising the value of it. Well, and in doing so, not having to like over identify with the humility of receiving good things. Like you deserve good things on some level, and you appreciate them in your life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it is so it's I think it's the way that we would take it, the way that we understand it. So gratitude, what you're saying, thank you for that clarity. Thank you for like digging deeper. So in the gratitude is the acknowledgement of blessings, and that in and of itself is appreciation. And we tend to minimize, I know gratitude has been minimized in our lives for it to just be like the simple things, or not the simple things even, the big things. I'm grateful that I'm alive today, just big, right? But are you grateful that, are you grateful about something that you might take for granted? Like, I'm grateful for my handwriting. Something that is, so it's appreciation, because the opposite of that is I don't like my handwriting, and that comes up a lot. I have a terrible handwriting. So if you can appreciate your handwriting, then you also can turn it into I'm grateful for my handwriting. So I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm taking it from another perspective, and it's the concept is underlying. If you really get gratitude, you get appreciation. So I don't know if that came out clear, but that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's dope. That helped me deepen my understanding of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you for that. Now, with the thoughts of the thoughts that come from you being negative, entitled, and complaining, and you have that life circumstance, how can you turn that life circumstance that I mentioned, that I read before, into gratitude? Where is the gratitude? I know this is not your life, but how can you find that gratitude? What are some of the things that you could say you're grateful for, even though you're facing these things that are so difficult? And I will just thinking about, hunger and poverty and lack of resources. Someone named Samsung, who is that? Hands raised.
Well, whoever just raised their hand, if you can just identify yourself, you're on a Samsung phone so that we know who you are. You just raised
Oh,
your
that's me. I don't know why my phone did that. That's Teresa.
Oh, okay. Let me put your name back.
Mm.
Go ahead, Teresa, you can share.
I just want to say, even in this death, it's sad and everything, but I'm grateful that I'm still here. And I saw how he impacted so many people's lives, and I was like, well, damn, I wonder if I'm doing that. It just made me, think about, like I have a chance, to make sure that I'm impacting people's lives, and changing, people's lives, and just like he was really sick, very, very sick, and he was calling people and seeing about people, and I was like, dang, that was just, that put such a smile on my face. And I'm grateful that I even came to my parents' house, because after my mother died, I didn't come here. And so, but I just felt the need, just to push past. I didn't even have those emotions. I was, I've been here. I got sad when I first, drove up in my Accessoride, but then I just got in, just, it was some sad times, yesterday, but I'm just grateful that, I'm here. I spent the night, all of those. So, I've done some things that I haven't done in a long time. So I'm grateful that my mindset was like not shut down to the degree like it was when my mother passed, that I could, come in here and just, be a blessing whatever way I could to my family and my father. And I'm complete.
Okay. inside of what you share, and thank you for that, Teresa, I heard that your nephew was calling people, and even he's not here now, and that's sad. But he was inspired to call, to get flat or straight, whatever it is he wanted. So you got a little bit more connected to him, or he got a little bit more connected to you. So that's where I see gratitude, another level of gratitude.
That's true, Kinyofu. Thank you for saying it like that. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And I'll invite you to look and see if there's anything else there for you. You can ponder that.
Kinyofu, I'd like to bring something else in from the chat, if you don't mind.
Sure.
This is a share from Shawnee, and it resonated with me. Shawnee says, one of the nuances about gratitude for me is that I can feel grateful and sad at the same time. I can feel overwhelmed and grateful and fearful and grateful. we make the mistakes of thinking that gratitude cancels out low vibrational thoughts and feelings based on the complex experience that life brings us.
Yes, that is powerful. So there's, yes, even whatever emotion that you're experiencing. So let me slow down. Life gives us what life gives us. Life gives us lemons. And that's just what it is. So if we're looking at lemons, we still can choose to be grateful for those lemons. We can choose to find something about that life circumstance that those lemons created to be grateful for. There's a separation. We can separate ourselves from what we see. So when I said out of sight, out of mind in the beginning in reference to how we look at gratitude, is that it's there, just like the sun behind the cloud. The sun is there, and you can acknowledge the sun, right? Just like you can acknowledge all the greatness in your life. And we tend to put a focus on the feeling and the focus on what's not going right. And that's how we would live our lives, or live the day, or live the moment. And then we're in a woe is me circumstance. The bigger picture is all the specialness that's there for us. And all the specialness comes from the space of us being here, because even that is an amazing miracle.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in and share what comes up for me as you share, and it's something that I will continue to work on. Sometimes the gratitude, there's always something to be grateful for, like you all said. And sometimes the gratitude for me is looking outside of myself. And that can be hard as a human being. When I'm going through something, if I want to find points of gratitude and I'm having a difficult time because I'm immersed in my fear, my anger, my rage, my sadness, whatever it is, that there's stuff outside of me. One of the things that makes me smile on the inside and outside right now is thinking about a baby's laugh. Just the giggles, or the fact that while we're talking, babies are being pushed out into the world, and the beauty of birth and the great gratitude that that brings. Like, there's so much to tap into and to like be grateful for. Something that I've coached people on in the past is to look for love. Like, folks be like, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, love doesn't exist. I'm like, love is everywhere. Like, if you just go out and walk on the streets, you can see it demonstrated, especially here, living here in New York, because it can look real grim sometimes. But love is everywhere, and there are things to be grateful for everywhere. But we have sometimes, myself and others, a difficult time thinking about something outside of ourselves if we are sad, if we are scared. And I'm like, we're here to be with other and to serve. So if it's only about what's going on internally, we miss the opportunity to heal, grow, and move to the next level.
Yeah, powerful, powerful. And John Carl, I see some new things in the chat. Can you read those?
Sure. Sure. Something stood out for me really big just now. Came from Sweetness. It was, go back and try to find it. Oh, Sweetness says, Catherine says, I like to say to others what I want to hear. Simple, but so powerful. Let's go down from there. And Catherine says, I wish myself well today. I got a share from Jacqueline. Jacqueline says, I love seeing the beauty in the world. I don't know if I would know what is beautiful without the opposite. How would I know joy without pain? I love listening and singing along to Frankie Beverly's and May's Joy and Pain. It reminds me. We have a share from Jem in Facebook, and Jem says, there's an old saying, where there's life, there's hope. And recognizing that there will always be an ebb and flow in life can help us to be grateful for what we have and don't have. Jacqueline says, response hyphenate ability. We have a share from Althea. She says, yes, very powerful and true. This is for Shawnee's share. And hope is this came from Catherine. Hope is something I connect to. And Joy Benton Dixon says, when there's a high, there's a low. I still have to flow. And another share from Catherine. She says, gratitude helps me from allowing despair to hold me back. And from Jacqueline again, there's a cliche, every cloud has a silver lining. That comes to mind. God is love, and we are made in his image. We are love, her image, LOL. And Catherine is responding to Jacqueline. She likes the song, and it's still coming as I'm speaking. So right here, I'll pause and let you get back to your session, and you can add,
Okay.
add what I share.
Thank you so much, Jean-Carl. Responsibility. Somebody said responsibility. And it's this whole concept of being grateful has you look at you and who you are and what's around you, what you create. So it's like the fingers pointing at you. I am grateful because I see and because I create, and it's my responsibility. If it's not my responsibility, it's your responsibility, and that's pointing and blaming and the complaining and all those other things that stand in the way of gratitude. I see Laura's hand is up.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, thank you so much for this conversation this morning. And I want to piggyback on what Shawnee shared about the joy you get from babies or from seeing the birth of a baby. For years, I was traumatized. I did not want to see a birth. I would like, I'm gonna pass out, but with the birth of my grandson, I was able to heal that trauma. So now when I'm feeling down and I'm with my grandson, somehow after playing with him for a few, I just felt better. And I experienced that yesterday. I was really feeling out of it, but I said I had to go to a fair with him, go to the park. And then I'm noticing that I was feeling much better. I wasn't, complaining, or I just felt so much better. Another thing that gives me joy is to see these plants in the subway. And I'm like, in the tracks, sometimes you have these plants growing up. And I'm like, how are these plants surviving in this harsh environment? The other day I was walking over by 102nd Street in Manhattan under the Metro North line. In the walls, there were these little plants just coming out of the wall. And I'm like, I had to stop and look at these plants and just felt so much joy, so much gratitude for the wonders of nature. So beautiful. With that, I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, plants don't have any judgment. As long as they have the basics of what they need, they can thrive. And what we see, what we think they need, they can pull from what it is they need in strange places. So, in the subway, there's no sun in the subway, but there's light. So they're looking for the thing that they need, and they find it. They find it, and they use it. So we have everything, just like us, we have everything we need. It's a matter of opening up our eyes and using it, making the best of it. All right, so I'm going to, so benefits of, some of you have mentioned some.
Yes. Real
Yes.
quick, before you move forward, we just want to acknowledge the time.
Okay, yes, thank you. My alarm went off and then I totally forgot. Thank you. It's now 3 minutes to 8. Thank you all for joining. If you need to leave, then I thank you for being a part of this session, and you can come back in Facebook to watch the rest of it. My contact information will be dropped in the space, and you can also let me see. You can pick up the special offer also in the chat. The chat can be, there's no timing on the special offer. It's just a general special offer. So John Call, you can drop that in the chat. You can also pick it up in Facebook later. So thank you. The benefits you mentioned, some of you, it makes us happier. So when you're in the space of gratitude, if you can say one thing that you're grateful for, you can say another thing, and it's like a chain reaction. And once you get into that chain reaction, then you can feel this happiness building up in you because you're becoming more aware of it. And it's that appreciation that Kwazi mentioned before. It's just like a covering. It's full of love. You're very present to the love that you have for life and what life gives you. It reduces stress. So the more grateful you are, even if there's stress in your life on a regular, if you can identify those things, counting your blessings, then you will be physically less stressed. Your heart rate will decrease because you're feeling calmer. It improves your self-esteem. So you can then now feel better about yourself, and you can also appreciate others around you. So when other people are accomplishing things, if you're grateful if you can identify things that you're grateful for in and of yourself, when someone gets a promotion or acknowledgement, whatever, like you're not pointing the finger and saying, that what did they do, right? You can actually lift them up in your heart and appreciate their accomplishments. It helps you to be more resilient, right? So it reduces stress, helps you overcome trauma. So if you have a trauma background, finding that gratitude right now for the present, and then continuing to build out, and building out meaning going beyond present moment, going into the past, a little bit more into the past, a little bit more into the past, and then being brave enough to find the gratitude around that trauma will help you to be more resilient. It helps you sleep. So if you can, before you go to sleep, identify a few things that you're grateful for, you'll sleep better. It takes you back deeper back into that space of love and peace. It improves your physical health. So you're now thinking, I have so much to be grateful for. I want to do better. I want my body to be good. It's like, again, digging into that love that the gratitude builds. And it improves your romantic relationships. So if you can, being grateful for yourself and the things are in and around you will allow you to see the good in others. And then you're going to want to share that good with that person that you're with. You can acknowledge who they are. You can acknowledge the blessings that they are to you. And of course, that's what's going to build your relationship with that person. I want to do, let me take a look. What is Shawnee? I'm going to read Shawnee's chat. She says, one of the tools that Coach Mika brought into the space is the 1 minute shares about what we love. Doing the exercise not only transforms our well-being, it also generates a higher vibration in the world and universe. Yes. And we're going to do an exercise before we end. Right now, I'm feeling like if to do a poll, we could pull out the poll. John Carl. It's a short poll. I want to see where you all are at in being grateful.
Poll is active.
Thank you.
Are we giving folks time to fill the poll out?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
How far are we now? What's the percentage?
We have 28%. No,
Okay.
actually, no, it is actually just 3%. 7, it's going up now. 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. I'm going to look at the chat while this is happening. Yes, gratitude, doing a gratitude exercise before sleep is wonderful. And Jacqueline, you mentioned, yes, I'm reading, you said, my life has a soundtrack. I'm thankful and grateful for music. And that song that you mentioned, Joy, can't remember it now, but yeah, that is a really cool song. If I thought about it, I would have played it for today's session.
That song is actually playing in my mind right now, the joy and pain.
I know, right? Okay, where are we at now?
We are at 40%.
Okay.
Family, we are encouraging you to fill out the poll, take a look for it, so we can get a full 100% of participants to fill that out. And so far, just 11 people have interacted with the poll.
All right, come on, people.
Could you repeat what the poll is all about? Because I just dropped off for a second.
Oh, okay. You don't see the poll on your screen or a message for the poll?
No.
I'm not sure how to do that then.
Maybe I'm not. What kind of device are you on, Florence?
I'm on a just on my phone. I'm on my Android, Samsung.
Okay, I think slide the screen.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped off and came back, so I don't know if that's going to affect her ability to see it.
Excuse me. And mine is frozen and it won't allow me to submit. But if she goes into the chat, the poll is right there. You can select the poll. You go into the chat, it's right there.
Okay.
Jacqueline says you can hit more in the menu and the choice pops up.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Yeah, so the questions are a little bit of introspection for yourself. We will go over it when it gets submitted.
And right now we are at 59%, 62. It just made a jump.
Oh, that's lovely. All right, we'll keep it open. I'm trying to get to 70 at least. I also recognize some people will be filling out the poll in the chat. You can just put the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many questions do I have? And
Wait.
then 6 questions, and then write the word next to it, some whatever the version of agree, disagree is. So the options I have are strongly disagree, disagree, slightly disagree, neutral, slightly agree, strongly agree. Teresa,
We're at 74% now, Kinyofu.
okay, hold on. Keep that up. Keep the poll going. I'm going to ask Teresa. Her hand is raised.
Yes, I was recently dealing with a severe case of depression, really, really bad. And I was just talking, I feel like I was talking to spirit. And I said, like, how can I deal with this? And it's like I heard a voice say, just be grateful. And when I started changing, oh wow, when I started, it was about to make me cry because it was such a revelation. And I just started coming out of depression. I just started being grateful for everything and grateful to be here, not looking at everything what I didn't have or whatever I was going to. And I've been feeling so much better since that time, because I took on the attitude of gratefulness. And so it has changed, my whole perspective. When stuff do happen, I don't get upset as I was. And, I just try to stay as focused on gratefulness as possible. So it does work. I just want you to know it does work. Because, I was really in a bad state of mind. And I didn't go see a psychiatrist. My brain just shut down. It was tired or whatever, but it just shut down. And I couldn't function. I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to hardly do anything. But once I started, once I got that answer about being grateful, changed my whole concept. So if anyone who's going through something, I dare you try gratefulness and see what happens. And I'm complete.
Wow, beautiful testimony. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, John Carl, where are we now?
We are at 77.
77. Okay, I'll call that good. You can close the poll, stop the poll, and then share the results. We have a playlist going on in the chat. Yeah, Mary, a lot of them. So we're going to see what the poll responses are in a few minutes. All right. So do you all see this? First question, I have so much in life to be thankful for. I have 76% strongly agree. 5% say neutral. And 19% say strongly disagree. I have so much in life to be thankful for. All right, so my invitation to those who are on the strongly disagree and neutral is to really take in this conversation about gratitude. Second question, if I had to list everything that I felt grateful for, it would be a very long list. And 71% say strongly agree. 19% say strongly disagree. Again, same response. to you. When I look at the world, I don't see much to be grateful for. Well, the world is definitely in a different place today, unfortunately. We do, we have a lot to grow. The world has a lot of growing to do, a lot of healing to do. I will say that you being grateful is going to help heal the world. So those who say to strongly disagree, and incorporate gratitude in your life a little bit more. And okay. What am I saying? It's the question is reversed. So I'm going to read that again. When I look at the world, I don't see much to be grateful for. Most of you say that you don't agree with that, but some of you do say that you do agree. Okay, number 4, when I look at the world, I don't, did I repeat that? I didn't mean to do that. 5, I am grateful for a wide variety of people. Okay, most of you say you do agree. And as I get older, I find myself more able to appreciate the people, events, and situations that have been part of my life history. And 67 say strongly agree. So looking, this is holding a mirror to yourself, looking at who you are and who's around you, and having you acknowledge in one way or another where your gratitude lies. I'm going to close the poll, and I would like to say, yeah. So John Carl, you can begin to get the minute and 44-second video up. Our brains are, this video is going to speak about this word neuroplastic. What does that mean? It means that it changes, that what the brain that we have now, it doesn't have to be the brain that we'll have tomorrow. We can change our brain by doing certain things in our lives. And one of those things is gratitude. So there's a phrase that's called, we've heard birds of a feather flock together. And that was given to us by adults in our lives when they want to say that you are going to attract who you are. So if you are in a gang, or have gang friends, that's you just birds of a feather, you all come together. Whatever that is, whatever club or group or clique or whatever. If you are nerds or people who like to hug trees, you're going to come together. And the same thing happens in our brain. So when we're thinking one thought, other thoughts attract in our brain. And we have neurons in our brains that look for the thing that's going to build it and make it stronger. So if we're thinking good thoughts, then the neurons in our brain is going to strengthen that thing that we're thinking about. If we're thinking bad thoughts about something, it's going to strengthen that thing that we're thinking about, but in a negative way or non-affirming way. So this video is going to explain it far better than I just explained it. And John Carl is going to lead us in.
Okay, so for confirmation, this is the audio, correct?
No, this is the video of the man.
Okay, I'll go back 1 second. Oh, and okay. And share. We are ready.
As I'm sure many of you know about neuroplasticity. Before 15 years ago, we thought our brains were kind of set at adolescence. Now it's very, very clear that we continue to change the shape of our brains with our thoughts. The neuroscientists call this neurons that fire together, wire together. So if I'm coming in as a real complainer and I'm always like, what could be better now? And why isn't this right? Or why do they do it that way? We got this nice deep rut of complaining in our brains, right? We're used to it. It's what we default to. So something's not going right, boom, what's wrong? Who am I gonna blame about this, right? And that's there. So what we do by sitting down with our journal or in the car and think about what we're grateful for, we activate another pathway. Over here. Oh, what's good about now? What can I appreciate? Look at that sunset. And every time we just do a little more and we work that. Every time we think down that neural pathway, we get new synapses between those neurons. We start to strengthen the speed and make it more likely. If we get really, really good at gratitude, we start to myelinate that area, those neural pathways, those neurons together. And then it's a boom, 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 boom. At some point, that what's good with right now becomes the default, and the what's bad with right now goes in the back. And slowly those connections, those synapses go away if we're not using them as much. Okay, so it's neuroscience that says we can change, even if we feel like we're the most pessimistic person ever.
Thank you, John Carl. Okay, the playlist continues, I see, in this chat. All right, so this is what I want you to do. I'm going to ask you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for, but in the category of person, place, and thing. So 1 person, 1 place, and 1 thing. Write that down on a piece of paper and write down why. So, I'm grateful for whomever because whatever. And I'm grateful for this place because whatever. And I'm grateful for this thing because whatever. And I will give you, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to do that. You can also put it in the chat. And John Carl, you can cue up the audio.
Yes, I'm on it.
And we have a few more seconds left. Jem in Facebook asks, are you thinking your thoughts or are they thinking you? That's actually one of the questions I had. I have a Clubhouse podcast, and yes, this week we were talking about how our thoughts take us out. And that definitely was one of the conversations. So I see some of the answers in the chat to that. Grateful that you all are thinking and writing. I'm sure that you have your others of you writing your journal, which is perfect. So John Carl, if you could play that audio, this is a meditation that will walk you through some of the simple things you could be grateful for. And we're going to do 5 minutes of that and then come back to the activity.
I am thankful for the air in my lungs. Thank you for my last breath. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for my unlimited oxygen to breathe. Thank you for my beating heart. Thank you for my healthy liver. Thank you. Thank you for my strong and healthy kidneys. Thank you for my healthy arteries. Thank you for my functioning fingers. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy digestive system. Thank you for my eyesight. Thank you for my ability to hear. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy and beautiful skin. Thank you for my strong and healthy brain. Thank you. Thank you for my wonderful smile. Thank you for my strong bones and joints. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy immune system. Thank you for my ability to taste delicious foods. Thank you for the sun in the sky. Thank you. Thank you for the grass in my yard. Thank you for the honeybees collecting pollen. Thank you. Thank you for beautiful, clear skies. Thank you for my prosperity. Thank you for my financial abundance. Thank you for all the money I have right now. Thank you. Thank you for all the money that I earn, receive, and attract. Thank you. Thank you for always meeting my needs. Thank you for my wonderful, affordable home. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful clothes in my closet. Thank you. Thank you for a roof over my head. Thank you for my comfortable bed. Thank you for my favorite pillow. Thank you. Thank you for the food in my refrigerator. Thank you for clean glasses and cups to drink from. Thank you for companionship. Thank you for my wonderful friends. Thank you for my wonderful family. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for today. Thank you for my extraordinary life. Thank you. I am thankful for the air in my lungs. Thank you for my last breath. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for my unlimited oxygen to breathe. Thank you for my beating heart. Thank you for my healthy liver. Thank you. Thank you for my strong and healthy kidneys. Thank you for my healthy arteries. Thank you for my functioning fingers. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy digestive system. Thank you for my eyesight. Thank you for my ability to hear. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy and beautiful skin. Thank you for my strong and healthy brain. Thank you. Thank you for.
Okay, I hate to end it. It's a really wonderful audio. Yeah, well, it's a video that I listen to often, and I saw Chantel. Thanks for his voice. Yes, yes, and yes. I think it's an hour long. I can drop the link in if you like to hear more. I definitely encourage you to listen to more. Someone want to share? Okay. So I don't know about you, but it felt really great writing the things I was grateful for as I was listening to the audio. I've never done that before. I'm really curious to know what your experiences were in that.
I don't have a damn thing to complain about. That's what I thought about it. All the stuff he said he thankful. I was like, "Whoo, you got all those things. It's just so quiet."
Right. And it's the simple things, the things that we take for granted. So now you wrote some things. You wrote a person, place, a thing. Would anyone like to share what you shared, what you wrote? We'll be complete in a few minutes. I just want to hear what you have to say. Gina?
Good morning, everyone. And thank you for that audio. That was really nice. So the person that I chose was her name is Charity Easterling. And I'm grateful for Charity Easterling because she gave birth to my great-great-grandmother, Sudi. And Grandma Sudi gave birth to Grandma Montez, who gave birth to Nana Mary, who gave birth to my mother, Betty, who gave birth to me. So I'm just really grateful that she survived long enough to give birth. She didn't live long, but she did live long enough to do that. And I'm grateful for that.
Wow. Thank
place,
you.
yes, thank you. The place that I'm grateful for is New York City. I had a chance to spend time in New York yesterday, and most of the time I don't enjoy myself when I'm there. I'm like, I can't wait to get out of New York. Why does anybody live in New York? But yesterday I felt so much energy in New York, and I really realized, for me anyway, personally, New York gives me an energy that makes things happen, that I can make things happen when I'm in New York City. I just feel like that. I feel alive there. And the thing that I'm grateful for me, I wrote a thing, I don't know if it's a thing, is the internet, because it allows me to be part of so many global communities, so many vibrant groups like this. I would never, we wouldn't be here if we didn't have the internet. We wouldn't be sitting here on Wake Up, or perhaps, something else would have come along. But I'm really grateful that we have this technology so that we can do this together. And I'm complete.
Ashe, thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Jacqueline?
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm thankful for my cousin Kiara. She has a 1-year-old. He's about to be 2, and she puts these cute pictures on Facebook and these little videos, and you could just see the love between her and her son. And it's such a beautiful thing. It just reminds me of me and my son when I was younger, and I just love the images that stay in my mind after I see her post. And then the place, I believe I put the beach, which you guys probably know is one of my favorite places to be. And it's not just because of the warmth of the sand, but it's the ebb and flow of the ocean. And I love that, whether it's the Caribbean Sea or even the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, which scare me. And then there's my backyard swing. I just have this little swing in the backyard, and I face out into the woods and stuff like that. And I just listen to the birds and just rock back and forth, swinging. And just little simple things like that. And I'm complete.
Thank you. I see something from Facebook from Jem. Thanks for the warm blood running through my veins. Yes, yes, yes. And someone else's hand was up and then they took it down. I don't remember who that was. Was it Dakia?
Yes, I just wanted to share that I'm thankful for my son. He's taught me a lot about growing up and the different changes of having responsibility and just caring for someone for the rest of your life. And you worry about them, just different levels of emotions, having becoming a mom. especially to an autistic child. So that was challenges in its own, but it's a beautiful thing. So I'm very grateful for that as my person. For my place, I put my bed because I have this thing where if I don't get like at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, I don't know, I'm just like miserable. Not miserable because I can function, but I'm just like sleepy, I guess. So I'm grateful for my bed and being able to sleep for 7 to 8 hours so I can function. My thing that I was thankful for was just being outside. I love to be outside. So when I go outside, I'm happy. Once I'm out there, I'm just happy. I don't care where we go, what we're doing. We could be going grocery shopping. I'm happy. So once I'm outside, I find more happiness than just like staying inside. So that was and I'm done. That was my share.
Thank you, Dakia. Okay, 5 more minutes to this workshop. And Sweetness, I see your hand is up, and you had shared some of the grateful things in the beginning. I'm going to bring that question back that I asked you, and maybe your hand will stay up or come down. But the question is, I want you now, everyone now, to think of one thing that that's challenging in your life. And I'm challenging you to write 5 things that you're grateful for that one thing that's challenging in your life. I will give you 2 minutes to do that. Think of one thing that's challenging and identify 5 reasons to be grateful for it. And that thing could be a person, place, or thing. John Cole, if you can, this might be a good thing to play that audio again. Get the juices flowing in the warm blood pulsing.
Want to make sure I heard you correctly. Continue playing the audio?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for my strong bones and joints. Thank you. Thank you for my healthy immune system. Thank you for my ability to taste delicious foods. Thank you for the sun in the sky. Thank you. Thank you for the grass in my yard. Thank you for the honeybees collecting pollen. Thank you. Thank you for beautiful, clear skies. Thank you for my prosperity. Thank you for my financial abundance. Thank you for all the money I have right now. Thank you. Thank you for all the money that I earn, receive, and attract. Thank you. Thank you for always meeting my needs. Thank you for my wonderful, affordable home. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful clothes in my closet. Thank you. Thank you for a roof over my head. Thank you for my comfortable bed. Thank you for my favorite pillow. Thank you. Thank you for the food in my refrigerator. Thank you for clean glasses and cups to drink from. Thank you for companionship. Thank you for my wonderful friends. Thank you for my wonderful family. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for today. Thank you for my extraordinary life. Thank you. I am thankful for the air in my lungs. Thank you for my last breath. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Now who would like to share? Catherine, are you down?
Florence,
Florence?
I'd like to say.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Florence. Mhm.
Okay, so I would say the challenge is finding the financial freedom that I would like to have. And I'm grateful because it causes, I've been told that money is the acronym, my own natural energy yield. So if it's not, since I'm having that challenge, I come to see that I'm grateful because it's making me, examine myself where I'm indisciplined, where I'm inconsistent, where I don't have the right attitude, where I am, learning to be a good steward, and where I'm learning to be giving.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy awesomeness.
Yes.
Catherine?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I wrote down the challenge for me is accepting the absence of my husband, and the gratitude I have from that is the experience I had with him while we were together, his kindness, his generosity, his love and his patience with me, the lessons that he taught me that I have with me today that's assisting me with navigating, life one day at a time. So when I raised my hand before, it came to me that when I take it one day at a time, I don't get overwhelmed. There was a time when I had a tendency to let life overwhelm me. However, when I put it in little increments of just for today, then it's more doable. So I'm grateful that I have the tapes in my head to play. Mika's tape was running in my head on Thursday, and that helped me move along. So I'm grateful for the tapes that I have in my head that remind me of what I can do and what I do have to assist with moving forward.
Thank you. I see in the chat, Shawnee says, one thing is challenging in my life is the struggles that I'm having with my son. 5 things I'm grateful about. The struggle, I'm grateful that it creates a way for me to stretch as a parent. I am grateful because it has allowed me to set and keep solid boundaries. I'm grateful that he is being offered an opportunity to examine who he is and how he is. I'm grateful that it allows me to look more closely at my relationships with men. I'm grateful that I get to explore and address my anger and resentment. And Chantel says, challenge is her job, her one, my ability to provide the families in Newark with access to quality education. The community I have gained since I'm not from New Jersey and people needed people. 3, the amplification of my voice, my leadership skills, and my dopeness in what I do. 4, my salary that allows me to create the life that I want for myself. 5, my health insurance to care for myself physically and mentally. And I'll add mine is the challenging is aging. 1, I'm grateful for the wisdom and knowledge and the knowing that comes with it, just magically. 2, the action that I'm taking in exercising, the action I'm taking, consistency, and the action I'm taking in with healthy eating because it makes a difference, as well as the action and consistency in exercise. Oh, I said that already. Sorry, the experience, having the experience behind me, as well as the matter of fact decision making that I am discovering now. So that concludes the session today. John Carl is going to bring up the special offer. It was really an offer. This gratitude that we are speaking about is an opening for our abundance and for anything else that we want in life. So we have goals, we have dreams, we want to create something, we want to take ourselves to the next level. This is an opportunity. This 21-day challenge I'm bringing back, this is an opportunity for you to do the work that will have you get the thing that you want. So the gratitude is inside of this, and it's a, as you learned in this presentation, it's like a catalyst, right? Gratitude is a catalyst for more gratitude. It's a catalyst for health. It's a catalyst for relationship. It's a catalyst for all the success that you choose. This 21-day challenge is 21 days of processes, and it's on a portal that you access yourself, and you can spend 30 minutes a day doing the activities on it. We get a private group chat where you can share your responses to the assignments or aha moments, and you get individual coaching support as well as 3 master classes. So I have marketed for $250 for the Woo family. I am giving it to you for $199. And if you're interested, email me, kinyofu@gmail.com. I generally like to do this started on the 21st day of the month. That would mean July 21st. So I'm sorry, yeah, we're in the month of June. Yeah, what's the day? What is the day?
12.
Today is the 12th.
12,
So
yeah.
we could start on June 21st. We'll see. I'll see what the feedback is from you all. So kinyofu@gmail.com is how you can reach me to say that you're interested, and then I will send you more information. And this is my digital card. I have a 10K digital card. It makes life real simple. If you want to know anything about me and what I'm doing, go to meetkinyofu.com and you will see the digital card. On there, you can access my website, you can access my Clubhouse, you can access my Patreon and all the juicy things that's attached there. I've written articles, it'll take you right there. So, yep, and I'll also say that if you would like your own digital card or if you want to try it out to see if it's something that you would like, email me and I will be able to hook you up. So there's a tab on that card that says to create a 7-day trial, and let me know. You can hook it up yourself or you can check me out. And so here's our love offering and donation slide and my invitation for you to keep the flow going. Gratitude for what you have gotten from this session. You have opened up some doors, some pathways, not just in your life, but also in your brain. So with that, can continue to keep the pathways of abundance open, and and share with me. Let me know how much you appreciated this, because this is something that I see myself presenting in other ways. And it was great joy for me to pull the information together and present it. So in my, you can go to Zelle Quick Pay, SOW Leadership Development @gmail.com, or Cash App, $Spirit of a Woman, and that link is dropped in the chat. My code is 606KM. That's me.
Awesome. I express so much gratitude for you, Kinyofu, this morning. And for all of us here, they say the thing you give gratitude to will multiply. And we ask you, family, those of you who have already committed to this space, we ask you to commit to one more thing, and that is to a monthly donation, a monthly offering. Again, my own natural energy yields. And here we have a couple links which will be posted in the chat. You can set your monthly offering at $25 a month, 50, 75, up to $100 offering, and that is not limited. You can also exceed that if you like, and we'd be gratefully accepted. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your commitment to our community. And we give extreme gratitude for all the teachers that share their wisdom with us here on Wake Up Everybody. So again, you can commit to a monthly donation by clicking on these links. Thank you.
All right, so we have more woo, and tomorrow, today is Sunday, right? So Monday, you can join in and listen to Ellen Goolsby. Her topic is Grow Your Wealth, Unleashing the Power and Potential of Community. That is so perfect to follow this presentation. And after that, on Tuesday is Imagine a World Part 2. Again, another perfect segue. And this is by Zakia Z, we know her Z, and she's my cousin, y'all.
Awesome. And I would like to personally welcome all of the new members that have committed to this space. And I ask you to continue to invite your friends and family. And here we are a community where we come here to learn, elevate, and ascend. Learn, elevate, ascend, and expand. Welcome, everyone. If you are new, if it's your first week, first day, first month, if you just joined us this year, please share in the chat that you are new to the community, whether you're here on Zoom or you're joining us from Facebook. Just make a little note so our members can welcome you with open arms and love. Here's our schedule. We're here live 5 days a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and Mondays and Wednesdays, short and juicy sessions from 7 to 7:30. We're always streaming live on Facebook. And so you don't miss the session, you can get those Woo alerts, and you can text Woo Nation to the number 74121. 74121. You'll never miss a session. Show us some more love and support by visiting our swag store. Visit us online at bit.ly/Woo Swag. Check out our new swag today: mugs, t-shirts, water bottles, face masks. We're still in the season of COVID, and I'm expressing a lot of love and gratitude for our sister Catherine and Martine, who recently contacted COVID. So protect yourself, family, and represent a Woo space as you do so. And thank you, everyone, for being in this space, in this wonderful Woo space. Couple ways you can stay and connect with us, and you can register bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. You can find us on Facebook, bit.ly/Woo Community for a private group. You can come back and watch the replays. You can still interact with our presenters by commenting and sharing in the group, or you can join our public space, which is bit.ly/Woo Nation. You can find us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. We're on YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube, or you can email us personally, the info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. And with that said, family, we're going to stop the slide share, ask you to unmute, put you guys on that gallery view, and express that gratitude and love for the session you received today from our beautiful, amazing facilitator, the one and only Kinyofu. And Kinyofu, I must add, you look amazing. I love your whole ensemble, your hair, you know, the top you're wearing, and also the jewelry. Absolutely amazing. I'm grateful for you, Kinyofu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kinyofu. Gratitude to gratitude.
Thank
Give
you,
thanks.
Kinyofu.
This is such a pleasure to be a part of.
Wonderful, wonderful, inspirational session.
Thank you
Thank
what we
you,
need
Kinyofu.
to survive.
For helping us see
Love
blessings in
yes,
everything today.
yes.
As we walk through, we'll just
Thank
constantly
you.
see blessings. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Let's move
Have
forward,
a
everybody.
wonderful day, Kinyofu. God bless you. Thank you.